Hello, my name is Kyle Rumps. I'm a current MBA student at the University of Denver, and today for my first panel session, I had the pleasure of attending Colossal, technology company turning science fiction into science fact. This was hosted by Ben Lamb, the founder and CEO of Colossal Bioscience, as well as moderated by Joe Mangiello, an actor and producer, and from what it sounded like in the talk, one of the active investors within the firm. So Colossal is a very interesting bioscience firm that is currently pioneering the idea of de-extinction. They just made breakthrough headlines by creating a functional woolly mouse where they were able to basically change the genetics of a mouse to have the attributes of a woolly mammoth, including greater levels of fat to aid in cold weather and colder climates, as well as longer fur that is similar to that of the woolly mammoth. They're also interested in de-extincting the dodo bird as well as the Tasmanian tiger. And this entire discussion just kind of was free-flowing and focused on the implications of what this synthetic biology means for, not only Colossal, but just humanity on a greater scale. One of the main points that was brought up was just Ben's personal opinions on where he sees this going in the next 20 years and specific ethical concerns that they may be running into. So one of the things that he was mentioning was that they actually believe that, one, it is an ethical venture to be endeavoring upon, particularly because there is predictions that by the year 2050, we will have lost 50% of all life on planet Earth to extinction. Their point is that it would be unethical for them not to endeavor upon this, as with that facing that much extinction, if we have the capabilities to rectify it, we should. So it was just really interesting, particularly things that they mentioned about multiplex editing with 100% efficiency rate. So what this means is they're able to alter many different genetic areas within DNA at the exact same time with 100% effective rate. He also discussed just synthetic biology. So one of the great examples he used was a microbe that is currently in the Amazon rainforest that can bring plastic biodegradability down from 800 years to just 2 years, and then through the use of synthetic biology, able to bring that process down to 2 days. So not only just breaking plastics down into microplastics, but completely eliminating them from the environment. So there's huge sustainability implications. Also mentioned things such as the protein P53, which is found in elephants. And the point being that elephants experience much lower rates of cancer than they statistically should, and this is because of the high levels of P53, which essentially will just kill the cancer cell when it mutates. This is something that isn't observed in other species, and they even mentioned the fact that to break through these proteins, they needed to create special quartz needles and couldn't even do it with lasers. So the implications to healthcare and the eradication of cancer was there as well. Also just talked about data storage through DNA. With current models, you use binary to store data on computers, and that gives you, zeros and ones. By using DNA, which has, 4 components to it, you're able to store much larger data sets. And you don't have the same, computational issues due to neurons and the speed at which they can transfer information, as well as not needing energy in the sense of electricity to power these systems. So overall, it was really interesting. The kind of final thought of my own was just the implications for this. He'd also discussed, longevity, increasing humans' lifespans to even get to the point of immortality. My question was, is this really a public good service, or will this end up being something that is leveraged by the ultra wealthy? And if so, like, what does that do to income disparity that we already have massive issues with? If you have a 200-year life, you can accumulate capital just through markets by sitting and just having that grow. So I don't think that the ethical considerations are necessarily around the actual practice of synthetic biology, but much more the application on the business side of how they will generate revenue from it, as well as just, if you have a negative replacement rate, that's horrible for society because populations die. But if you have too high of a replacement rate, what does that mean for humans and reproduction?